And hello everybody, we are SpiffyNeedleGeeks, Brofan 1, Supersonic 407, Rashitsu Rises, and typical guest Realm Wars, here to discuss the final Smash Direct. Super Smash Bros. Got a lot of it, not a lot, the rest of its information today, and we are here to talk and gush about it. And pardon me if I sound a little odd today. I'm actually currently sick, so pardon me if I don't sound as particularly ecstatic as I should be.
Smash, 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 smash.
I will let these guys sound ecstatic for me.
See, we are BJ's understudy for his hype.
We're is BJ Smash Double?
I want my double partner.
Alrighty, so let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. Let's get into the most. Let's just go over the first three things that are the most important, and those are the three characters that were announced. Starting off with the Echo Fighter Ken.
Yeah, everyone called that from the very beginning.
Well, it's like I knew Ken would have been a potential possibility for an Echo Fighter, but it's like I was already thinking of other Echo Fighters compared to Ken. One of the biggest one being Shadow the Hedgehog, because a lot of people are going about it. I saw Shadow being a bigger candidate for an Echo Fighter compared to some others, like with Sonic or whatever. So I'm like, okay, I'm up for seeing a Shadow being an Echo Fighter, but unfortunately,
he's still an assist trophy. Fuck off, Shadow. Anyway,
in Shadow's defense or whatever, he still has more justice compared to Metal Sonic when he's converted to. And I'll just leave it at that because I'll be jumping ahead.
I mean, I'm sure Shadow was too, because I'm sure pretty much every. We'll get to that later. We're talking Ken. Well, I guess real quickly to get one thing out of the way. Yes, the Grinch leak was in fact faked. It was a very impressive fake, but faked nonetheless. It was faked the moment we saw that second character after Ken. But again, let's just stick to Ken. The original Echo Fighter to Ryu, and he's pretty much exactly what we expected him to be. He's a little bit faster than Ryu. Probably doesn't hit as hard, but all of his attacks are multi-hitting compared to Ryu's, who hits only really just one big strong hit for each of his attacks.
Right. So now I guess that, I know when you showed me this, BJ, I think we brought this up when I was first watching this, was I guess it's safe to assume that Ken's going to have that same feature with Ryu where, whatever the button combination from Street Fighter carries over here.
More than likely, yeah.
I would assume that would be the case, especially because it looks like, what did they say? Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo? That's the version that they referenced?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's where it's it makes total sense, because all the Street Fighters, like Street Fighter 2 and all of its, various freaking, what would you call those? Expansions or something? There's so many fucking versions of Street Fighter 2 that it's just, it makes sense to reference that one specifically.
But regardless of such, Ken was pretty much the obvious choice. I mean, I know Russell and I were kind of hoping for Akuma, because Akuma also does fight similarly to Ryu, and that would add another villain to the game. But
Ken is the bigger choice.
Yeah, he really is.
Because it's because between Ken, Akuma, and Dan Hibiki or something, it's between all the Ryu clones that are out there, the biggest one, hands down, is Ken, because he's been around since the beginning.
Yeah, the original Echo Fighter.
Yeah, so it's I don't know why people would assume automatically that Ken wouldn't be the immediate choice for the Echo Fighter for Ryu.
Yeah,
because he's kind of been there since the beginning.
But I wanted Dan Hibiki. And I guess maybe Sakura too.
Right.
Well, I do find it funny how I whenever one of these new trailers comes out, I always have to watch people's reactions to them. I love how a good chunk of people who like to play as Ryu were like, okay, I'm switching to Ken now.
Right.
Because Ken's better.
Yeah. Yep, he is the American Ryu.
But
That was probably the pun. Oh well. All right, let's move on to fighter number 69.
it's like
My
of course,
new main.
of course, Fighter 69 had to be the fucking Bara furry wrestler. You had to do that. Of fucking course you did.
Yep, and it's
Hey, Danny. Don't you be shit talking my new main, okay?
and
No, I'm just saying, it's
don't disrespect the fighter who suplexed the Grinch into the ground.
Yeah,
I'm just saying,
yeah,
it's like,
really.
I'm just saying, it's like Nintendo. I hope you're aware of what you just did. Like, you already know the 69 jokes exist because we are immature fucks. But it's like, of all the choices that could have been unlucky 69, you went with a Bara furry wrestler.
Not just any bar furry wrestler, Danny. A pussycat with a flaming belt.
Hey, listen.
And like, Nintendo had to have known. They had to have known.
Hey, listen, Sakurai. If you wanted a commission, you just had to ask Amanda.
Yeah, it's like, no, really. I am perfectly content for Incineroar to be the final new fighter to be added to the roster. If only because it's like, okay, it could very well be because of his wrestler fighting style, but it's like, seeing as how we have a massive cat-like Pokemon, you know, pulling off wrestling moves like no tomorrow. It's like, okay, I may end up trying to play around with Incineroar, like compared to like the other Pokemon fighters, if only because I get a massive King vibe from this guy. And when it comes to Tekken, I fucking love playing as King.
Yeah.
That does make sense.
Yeah, it's like, honestly, it's like I believe I said this in one of the reaction videos that we did. But oh yeah, speaking of which, look forward to Danny and Ryan's reactions later on. Anyway, because like out of the 3 Alolan starters, Litten and the Litten line kind of was my least favorite because I really do like Decidueye and Primarina. But it's weird because after seeing Incineroar in action, I never knew how much I really wanted a pro wrestler fighter type fighting character.
Well,
He looks good.
Well, I mean, to be honest,
He really does.
To be honest, out of all 3 of them, I mean, I'm very partial to my water. So of course I love my Primarina. But really, between Primarina, Decidueye, and Incineroar, Primarina would be like the least likely choice for an actual fighter. And it's like, you know, I guess it would be like, okay, so do you want the wrestler or do you want like the archer for your next fighter? And it's like, you know, between the two, I figured it would be much easier to like plan and like properly implement a wrestler.
Yeah, plus, another fun little detail that I like, technically, Incineroar is the first feline playable character we've ever gotten. Because in terms of other animals, they're mostly dogs, or birds, or just other various reptiles and such.
Yeah, that is true. That's actually a really good point.
And then Incineroar comes in and he commits genocide on every dog.
Except for Isabelle. Except for Isabelle. If he touches Isabelle, I will actually just spray him with water.
It's like, okay, no. Are you kidding? Incineroar would be the kind of person to give Isabelle a big hug. Like, really? Come on.
Arthur Watson, Mewtwo is not feline? Not really. I get more alien. I get more alien fetus out of Mewtwo.
Yeah.
So, I am definitely saying this with my hyper rare Incineroar GX sitting right in front of me, but I definitely do plan on wanting to pick up Incineroar because first off, I'm just gonna say it like this: Ganondorf was the king of disrespect. Incineroar is the god of disrespect.
Yeah, fucker taunts after every landed hit. That is godlike.
That was amazing.
I'm gonna take Incineroar to a grand finals, land that one stock KO that I need to win the entire tournament, and as soon as it shouts game,
lag.
Okay.
Oh god.
Like, could you imagine how hype that would be? Like, you see a grand finals and Incineroar wins the tournament and ends on game. You just see Incineroar doing this taunting pose.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
I feel like everyone's gonna. I feel like especially the people who hate taunts are gonna just hate Incineroar in general. Like,
I mean, honestly, that's kind of why I like Incineroar. I love him out of spite because fuck the people who hate him.
I guess. Sorry.
Oh no, I was gonna say is like Jeffrey Engineer was like one thing I noticed they didn't show an Incineroar amiibo.
Well, I'm sure we'll get. I'm sure we'll get one eventually. But I'm sure we'll get one eventually. So don't worry about that. But it's like, I guess to real quickly go over Incineroar's moves. It's like, all of its attacks are basic wrestler style moves. You know, between, between like I do not know wrestler terminology, so I'm just going to stop there. But going over its specialist, which I'm a little more familiar with, there's its neutral, which is Darkest Lariat, which we kind of figured it would have to have. That's its signature attack.
Yeah.
Like its side special actually isn't a Pokemon attack, which is surprising. It's just straight up, he just throws them into this random spawning rope gate, and then fucking lariats them if you time it properly when they come back towards you.
Maybe it's some unknown egg move that was never implemented into the game.
And then its up air is once again another animated Pokemon up special. This is a point that I brought up for the Mimikyu. What if they were in Smash? But yeah, like generally Pokemon's all up specials for Pokemon are generally very innovated, and Incineroar is no different, with it being Cross Chop, which is a move that you would never really think would be an up special, but they made it into one. He just flies straight upwards and then dives down at a diagonal angle with his arms crossed. So I imagine a lot of suicides happening with this one.
Like day one Incineroar is just killing themselves off a battlefield.
Yeah, and then his down special is Revenge, which is a really cool kind of counter. And Brian, I'm pissed off because you know why? I had that same exact idea for a bunch of other characters for what if they were in Smash, and Sakurai beats me to it. I'm upset.
Sakurai's been watching your video.
Wow, what's that? The creator beat you to the punch an idea like that? Huh.
Pretty much. Revenge work is a pretty cool idea where if Incineroar gets hit by the attack, it does work as a kind of slight counter where the opponent will take very slight damage from the fire, but for the most part, what it really does is it very highly powers up Incineroar's next attack, meaning that if Incineroar, did it confirm if that next attack, is it only the next attack, or is it the next attack that actually lands?
I believe it is the next attack.
So if it misses, then he's fucked. Okay.
Probably. Which, by the way, something that I was told about Incineroar, apparently he'll make different kind of poses depending if his attacks land or miss. Like if they hit, Incineroar makes this triumphant fuck yeah pose. But if he actually misses, he looks pissed off.
Oh yeah. I mean, which makes sense.
It's like, damn it, why didn't you get hit by my punch?
And then, of course, his final smash is a beefed-up version of Malicious Moon Salt. Malicious Moon... What was it called? Salt. Malicious Moon Salt. Which is called Max Malicious Moon Salt. And, yeah, it's just destructive. Incineroar, it just looks like he's going to be fun to watch, just in general. Not even just playstyle, just his animations. He's so expressive.
He really is.
BJ, I actually just got thinking, what if Incineroar's Revenge can work on the KO punch?
Oh, wait, could it? Well, I mean, do other counters work on KO punch, or does it ignore those?
No.
So the KO punch can be countered?
No, it can't.
It can't? Okay. Then Revenge probably won't be either, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah, because for some reason, the Little Max KO punch has a grab hitbox instead of an attacking hitbox. So
then it probably will ignore Revenge then.
Okay. Unless Incineroar is the one exception.
That said, I do also have to ask, do you think the amount of power that Incineroar receives from Revenge will vary depending on the attack he's hit by? If he's hit by a small jab, do you think you think his next attack will be way less damage than if he's hit by, let's say, the fucking Warlock punch or the Falcon punch?
Probably, yeah. That's kind of the idea that I got from Incineroar using that move.
Yeah. All right.
Which like honestly, because after seeing that, I personally think like I'm already calling it here. I think Incineroar is going to be an amazing character.
He's going to be a lot of fun, no doubt. Like,
I would not be surprised if he ends up being like a tier.
Yeah, because here's my thing about this. Because Smash is like even with the Smash 4, a lot of it is like if you were really good at like getting grabs or like combo resets or whatever, you were generally commonly played as like a higher tier character. That's why Bowser shot up so much, because the buffs he got turned him into a devastating grappler. And Incineroar is definitely a grappler character who just dishes a lot of damage out. So he could definitely do a lot of out of like grab chains and whatnot. So again, sort of similar to what King can do in Tekken, and just follow up from things like that. And given his heavy status, he's not going to get KO'd too much. And on top of that, Revenge just adds another clutch factor, because like say Incineroar is like falling behind and he has a Revenge set. Oh, what's that? You're close in proximity and in kill range? Get fucked.
Oh boy. All right. So
he's gonna be scary.
I guess speaking of scary, let's go ahead and move on to the last character, which is not a character that's going to be in the base roster, but instead it's going to be the first not technical DLC. It's listed as DLC, but technically it's actually a pre-order bonus, and that's the Piranha Plant.
Best character in the game.
Everybody off.
I was so shook when I saw this character, but it grew on me very fast. Like,
grew plants. I get it.
I totally see where they're going with the Piranha Plant and everything, but it's like at the same time, it's like, I cannot imagine. I missed the initial direct because I was getting ready to. I had to go in to work on my off day because we had a special dinner that I had to go in and help make desserts for. So I ended up missing the directs initially because I was getting ready and shit. But I can only imagine when this thing first streamed how many people must have been fucking pissed that they're thinking all the characters that they wanted from fighters and none of them made it in. And one of the ones that is coming in after the game releases is a fucking Piranha Plant.
A common Mario Mook. It's like, here's the thing. There were literally only one of two reactions for Piranha Plant. There was no in between. It was one of two. Either they were extremely pissed off, or they were dying of laughter.
I was dying of laughter.
I was too.
I was laughing so hard.
Oh, seriously. I could not get enough of how legit this character reveal was. It's like we see this Piranha Plant in action with all of these very neat moves from the whole montage after the initial reveal. And it's like, holy crap, this is so freaking amazing. Because everybody's been going on about okay, next big character reveal, Korra's kids. Isaac, Banjo-Kazooie, Gino, all these other characters. But it's so great to see a character like this because this is the one character nobody was expecting.
Literally
no one would expect a freaking Piranha Plant.
Not a soul on this planet saw this coming. Not even
nobody saw this coming.
No one could have even had an inkling about this happening. And that's the best. And I'm so glad it didn't get leaked. I'm so glad that people were able to have a genuine reaction to this because this is amazing.
Really. Yeah, this is so freaking great. Because even if it's for a joke, what?
I'm sorry. It's literally because everyone saw Ken coming, and lots of people wanted Incineroar and predicted Incineroar. Not a goddamn person saw Piranha Plant coming. No one.
So, yeah, really, exactly.
And for a fact, it's like now that we've seen this happen, it's confirmed. Sakurai's a madman. He will do anything do anything he goddamn wants.
Dude, the man doesn't even take breaks. He even mentioned that in the goddamn. It's like, Sakurai, we love you, but my God, please take a nap.
I haven't slept in years.
Wow. When will I ever take a break?
I was programming Piranha Plant as a fighter since my days in college.
It's like as he said in the direct, it's like, he won't be done even when the game is launched or whatnot. No, he's still gonna keep going.
I guess quickly to go over Piranha Plant then. So, like, I'm not quite sure what these moves are connected to, but we do see it do a lot. Like, we know it has a poisonous breath, which looks like it can be charged. It has it has a spike ball attack where it shoots a spike ball upward, then it can be angled from left to right. It can fly by spinning its leaves like a helicopter blade, and then it also I know it has this other attack where it like hides into its plant, tilts over, and then shoots its neck out very far. I was able to do something else, like special moves wise, because we see it. Piranha Plant is very actually, despite it being a literal plant with only a mouth, it's very expressive. Like,
yeah. His expressions and moveset, it's all completely legit.
Like, hold on, where's the image? Hold on, I know it's here. Yeah, here it is. Look at this guy. You cannot love this guy. Like,
well, I mean, even
really.
Well, like even during the direct, like it looks like he even has like, stubby feet or something, so he can like actually like walk around.
Yeah.
So it's like
little tiny feet poking out of the bottom of the pot.
Although
he flintstones the pot.
Yeah, although it would be far funnier if you just saw like Piranha Plant just like kind of like hopping instead of walking.
Nah.
I think that'd be funny. Or like finding a way to like spot or like drag its spot. Yeah, I mean that's like get really creative with it than just giving it adorable stubby feet.
Well, I mean, it's not the first time that they've done that for Piranha Plants. Like, there's been plenty of games where, like, yeah, like you fight a Piranha Plant that's in a pot, but it literally pulls the pot up like a dress, and there's like little tiny feet that it walks around with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's not the first time it does that. That's it. I see you, chat. I see you sitting here thinking that I predicted Piranha Plant with Billy Piranha. No, that is a fucking fan character.
Yeah, like we said, nobody, not even BJ here, nobody saw Piranha Plant.
I may like the Piranha Plants. They are, in fact, one of my favorite Mario enemies, and that's why I'm actually pretty ecstatic about this. Hell, that's why Billy exists as a Piranha Plant, because Piranha Plants are one of my favorite Mario enemies. I like their concept. So, seeing it here, I'm excited. Like,
again. So can we assume that this is going to be a new main?
Not a new main, no. I still have Daisy there, but...
Right.
I predicted Piranha Plant. No, you didn't, you fucking liar.
Alright.
No, it's like you see the one person who's been waiting for Piranha Plant for years, and his bedroom is like covered in like not Billy Piranha, no, random Piranha Plant pictures like on a billboard. It's like they all have like the thumbtacks of the strings. It's like a conspiracy theory setup going on here.
Do it for him.
It's like, you know, now it's like, hey, I'm trying to think, maybe I want a picture of the Piranha Plant, like with its leaves, like forming a middle finger and just pointing it right at Waluigi.
Oh, people have already made those images. It's already happened.
Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw an image. I saw an image where Waluigi's like, "You've got to be fucking kidding me."
So it's like, get fucked, Waluigi.
You know what I see Piranha Plant? You know what I see Piranha Plant as, honestly? I see, since Piranha Plant is free DLC for us, for those who pre-order the game, I see Piranha Plant as a nice housewarming gift. A nice little potted plant, housewarming gift.
Oh yeah. and
You're either getting potted plant or a bottle of wine. Take your pick.
So BJ, after that happened though, I remember seeing a comment somewhere where they're like, okay, so we're getting a Piranha Plant as like this free gift for pre-ordering the game. And then they go on to predict the next 5 DLC characters. Goomba, Koopa, Chomp, Lakitu, and Abu.
God, it's like if you pre-order a copy of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, you'll get the pre-order bonus of a Chia. That's right, the pottery that fights.
That better be an alternate costume, or I'm boycotting the game.
God.
I guess with that said, we may as well go ahead and talk about like the next big, like before we get into all the other stuff, because there was a lot to talk about. Like, let's go ahead and quickly talk about the DLC, because yeah, Talker I did confirm DLC, And he didn't confirm an exact amount that we're going to be getting, but he did confirm that we are for sure getting at least 5 characters in a season pass. Now, he didn't confirm it would only be 5, just that he was for sure doing 5. We may get more than that, or it may stop at 5. We don't know. All we know is over the next year, we are getting 5.
I guess because he said all the DLC should be coming out within the year. So
He
speculates
by February 2020.
Okay, so I guess it depends, how much in between. Because it's like, if he's able to crank these out really quick, then I think it would be safe to assume more than 5. But if it's gonna be several months in between, then I think it's safe to assume that yes, we will only be getting 5.
Yeah. But of course, at the same time though, because here's the thing, with Smash 4, that game came out towards more the tail end of the Wii U's life cycle, and it didn't help that the Wii U didn't even do that well. We're still very much in the beginning of the Switch's life cycle. It's still pretty. I know it's still I know it's a year and a half old now. That's still pretty new for a system.
Yeah.
So honestly, I can honestly, even if Sakurai hands it off to somebody else, I can very well see them adding characters for years, just to keep this game fresh for a long time.
Yeah, really.
And I know, let's quickly get out. I know there's a lot of characters we talked about that could be in Smash that are now people are going to be praying are going to be DLC. We did get plenty of characters that ended up being deconfirmed, though, like Shadow, Isaac, Black Knight.
Yeah.
Sorry to everybody that wanted Rex and Pyra. You're only getting a costume.
Yeah,
well, I'd hold off on that thought. My thing is that if they're an assist trophy, they are for sure done. Not if they're a Mii costume. I think because there are Mii costumes for already playable characters that we've seen that before. So I'd hold off on discounting, because Sakurai confirmed that Rex and Pyra, or Rex specifically, couldn't make it in because development of Smash Ultimate already started by the time Xenoblade was already announced. So it wasn't a matter of he couldn't make it in. It was just it was too late. The roster's already been decided. So because of that, Rex may still have a shot. We'll see. In terms of other characters, and also something else. I know I'm kind of jumping ahead a little bit here. I know there's the Spirits mode. We'll talk about that in a second. We saw lots of characters show up with Spirits mode, and people are immediately assuming that just because they're a spirit, that they're deconfirmed. I'm going to disagree with that. I say that even if they are showing as a spirit, I think they still do have a good chance. Because, for one thing, if they're a spirit, that means they were recognized to begin with. And two,
really.
We see spirits for characters that are playable already. I remember seeing a spirit for Kirby in the Planet Robobot suit. I know someone brought up that they saw a spirit of King K. Rool in one of his alter egos. I forget if it was Captain K. Rool or Frankenstein K. Rool or whatever. I saw a spirit for the male Wii Fit trainer. So a straight up the male Wii Fit trainer, and he's straight up playable as an alternate costume. So it's I don't think them being a spirit deconfirms them.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Don't worry. Shantae still has a chance.
Yeah, Shantae has a chance. Yeah, Dixie still has a chance. Chorus Kids. Yeah. So we'll see. We won't be I'm trying to think. Do you guys think that maybe we'll probably get at least an announcement for the first DLC character come the game's release?
Probably.
Possibly, because it's I remembered the way they handle a future DLC characters for a Wii U and 3DS. It's even though it was what was it I believe it was the last direct, for Smash Bros. For Wii U. They did go ahead and put out an announcement for Mewtwo being a DLC character. So it's I don't see why Sakurai would do the exact same thing. If not shortly before the game's launch, probably on the launch day or shortly after the initial launch of Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Now, also, another point I'd like to add, and I am going to give full credit to Some Call Me Johnny and Brain Scratch Dudes for even bringing this up and their reaction, but it's actually a pretty smart idea to think about. something Sakurai also mentioned was that for DLC characters, obviously we can expect all brand new characters made from scratch. No returning veterans because they're all already here. Everyone's here.
Yeah.
But with that said, Sakurai did also mention that the fighters, we can expect them to be brand new, not echoes.
Yeah.
I think that was something akin to what he said. So because of that,
the direct even said that all the new DLC characters are going to be made from scratch, and they said they weren't even going to begin production on them until after the game was released.
Yeah, and an Echo Fighter, an Echo Fighter is pretty much a reskin of another character with some mechanic changes. That's all it is. So you can't exactly say made from scratch if they're an Echo. But that said, and Johnny did bring up a smart idea. While brand new newcomers could be paid DLC, do you think maybe more Echo Fighters could end up being free updates, kind of like what Splatoon does with their weapons and such?
That would be cool.
Yeah. That would make more sense. Like, if they were to actually add in more Echo Fighters as time went on, like after the game's initial launch, yeah, it would make more sense for them to be like free updates to other fighters, as opposed to paying like extra money just for a simple reskin of another character.
Yeah, because
it's like I would rather pay $5 for a brand new fighter than $5 for a clone.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like, but on top of that, it's not just paying like $5.99 for a new character. There's also like multiple tracks along with a new stage. So it's like, yeah, just from like one package alone, that's pretty good for your buck.
Right. All right. So I guess with all the characters out of the way and DLC discussion out of the way, from what we can talk about, let's talk about the big stuff. Let's get the spirits out of the way because I already brought those up prematurely. I know a lot of people are kind of just niching this off. They don't much care for the idea. I think it's actually pretty clever. Because spirits are pretty much just stickers from Brawl combined with the custom set items from Smash 4. And they're made in a way that's a little more intriguing, as well as being able to build them up, fuse them together to make new ones, and on top of that, because they are pretty much just using, Googled PNG images for all these, they can just make as many of these as they want.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like God forbid, like how much time it would take for Sakurai to make like every single one of those spirits, into like a 3D rendered trophies, like how he's done in the past. Considering like so many franchises to cover, including all the franchises the initial fighters come from, it would take the man like way longer than it should to pull that off.
Yeah.
Sakurai needs a break.
Yeah, really. So it's like, yeah, it makes sense why he would take this approach with like handling this feature in the form of spirits, as opposed to like every single of these stickers or soul spirits or whatever being a freaking 3D rendered trophies.
And on top of that, spirits aren't just there to for the sake of making your character stronger. Because that was the thing about stickers and custom items in Smash and Brawl and Wii U. Because in Brawl, stickers were just there as another form of trophies, just collectibles, as well as using them to power up fighters for subspace. But that's all they were there for, and that's it. On top of that, you can lose them there. In Smash 4,
and I still never use them.
In Smash 4,
and in all honesty, like outside of subspace atmosphere, it's like the stickers are so goddamn forgettable.
Yeah.
So it's like it really just seemed like it was kind of like, I don't want to say it was a waste, because I mean it was meant to be implemented, but I mean it's like, I don't know about you guys, but like I remembered when I was playing Subspace Emissary, I rarely relied on the stickers.
I never used them.
Yeah, because I didn't feel like, even when I was equipping the stickers, I didn't feel like it made that much of a noticeable difference. So I was like, well, why fucking bother then?
Yeah, and then with the custom items in Smash 4, like it felt like too much of a chore to unlock them, and people only really used them. You really couldn't use them that often. Like you can use them for single player, but then like because of the fact that they were completely blocked out of online play for anonymous online play, which is what people did play the most of in Smash 4. Like they just felt like such an afterthought in Smash 4. Like and that goes for the custom moves as well. But for spirits, like not only are they collectible means of powering up opponents, they're also a huge part of single player. Like, you know, they integrate each individual spirit depending on the character into events where you fight the spirit possessing a current existing fighter, and they add a gimmick to it that is reminiscent of the spirit, and that's such a good idea.
I completely agree on that one.
Like,
I mean, it's like, you know, well, that's like, again, if we can go back to like when you're collecting trophies or collecting stickers or whatever the fuck it was always, I mean, you could tell it was just an afterthought. It was either you literally pick them up on the battlefield, or it's like, go complete this challenge, and it's like, oh, hey, trophy, oh, hey, sticker. It's like, okay, whoop-de shit. It's like, I don't know. It's like, to me, that was just so goddamn boring and forgettable. Hell, I even forgot half of the shit I collected because they're just throwing them at you.
Right.
But I like the idea of, you know, okay, you know, we're not doing the trophies anymore or anything, but we're still gonna have a collectible. But you want a specific collectible? They're actually building shit around the specific collectible, and it's like, I actually really like that idea.
Yeah, like I said, every single spirit has some kind of niche to it that that leads to a very cool and reminiscing event match. Like when you fight the Lakitu spirit, you're fighting an Iggy Koopa accompanied with three tiny red Bowsers, as if you're fighting a Lakitu with 3 Spinies. Like when you fight the what was the big black dude from Zelda? What was his name? Imprisoned. When you fight him, you're fighting a giant black King K. Rool that doesn't even move, and you're trying to take that dude down, but at the same time, you're getting harassed by an assist trophy Girahim. And that's also a cool way to incorporate the assist trophies.
Yeah, and it's like, what is it, like the Guts Man? It's just a giant Mega Man, but all he does is throws.
Yeah.
Oh, and Crom taunting us like an asshole.
Yeah,
really.
For the Owain assist spirit. He does nothing but taunt, but he also has a killing edge, so... Like, these are all such great ideas, and I love the incorporation of them. But then, of course, there's the reason why they're spirits, and that's the new adventure mode, which I think shook a lot of people. Because
everyone died!
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, we joked all these months about how certain characters died in reveal trailers, and then we get to this one, where... everyone's here, everyone's dead. Like
Nintendo, what the fuck is your fetish about killing off all of your rosters?
I'm not just talking about the fucking fighter roster. The entire universe, save for Kirby, is dead. Kirby is the sole living creature on the planet until he has to go out there and save the day.
It's not. If you guys were to see the actual trailer or whatever for this adventure mode, Kirby's not only just the living thing on the freaking planet. He's the only living thing in the entire freaking universe.
For quick context, so at the beginning of the trailer, it shows like not everybody, but a good chunk of the roster ready to face down against this giant winged creature that we can't really see because it's engulfed in light, surrounded by like hundreds of master hands, until eventually the master hands all break up, like fuse into this angelic thing. Oh, Mayan GZ is a new Spiffy sub. Welcome. Anyway. What was I saying?
Thank you for subscribing.
So yeah, and then it just fucking explodes into these giant life streams of light that just attack each of the fighters, disintegrating them. They all try their best to fight or try to get away, but it doesn't work. It just consumes them all, murdering them all. And the only one that's able to get away is Kirby, and that's only because Kirby has the Warp Star, which, may I add, is faster than light. That's the only... Because here's the interesting detail about that. We saw when Kirby was flying away, how it looked like he just randomly popped out in a thing of stars. He wasn't teleporting. That was literally his Warp Star going at full speed.
Yeah,
that was him going forward.
It's like, my god, even freaking Palutena, the goddess of light, try to reflect that shit, but even
Yeah,
then,
and
it's like, oh no, it just burned right through her. Like,
yeah, that's another thing to bring up as well. This thing is so powerful, it doesn't just transcend mortals, it transcends gods. Like, even, like, we even see, this thing is able to turn every living thing in the universe into a spirit. And that's not just living things, that's apparently dead ones too. Because we even see the angels from Bayonetta, and, like, the bosses and angels from Bayonetta get turned into spirits. How powerful do you gotta fucking be to turn something that's already dead into spirits?
You wanna know what this really is? This is the HD remake of The Ugly Barnacle. He was so ugly that everyone died. The end.
Oh god.
no.
I should. I
No,
need
no,
to
no,
calm-
no.
hold on. I need to calm down a second. I'm getting lightheaded. I'm too sick to be doing this. Anyway.
No, it's like everybody in the chat. It's like they're just saying, "Oh no, this is something about like the ugly particle." It's like, oh no, this is Infinity War all over again. Apparently,
Except Thanos snapped twice.
yeah.
Can I,
There's 1,000 snaps from all those master hands to pull that off.
yeah. Although, like, yeah, I mean, I think everyone can admit, Snake's death was by far the funniest.
Oh yeah, he's just trying to hide him.
He tried so hard to hide.
A lot of those. Like, I felt bad for the Inklings. They tried their best. They tried hiding, but it didn't work. Those lights just went and just scooped up all the ink.
I felt bad for everybody.
Yeah, and then we see like Palutena, we see Pit and Dark Pit trying to fly away while Palutena protects them, but the moment she disintegrates because she's no longer there to keep them flying, then they start falling and then they get scooped up. We see Sonic trying to help Pikachu, but Pikachu gets scooped, and because Sonic has to slow down to help Pikachu, he gets scooped too, though I don't think that, I know a lot of people brought that up and I understand that, and that honestly is a great point to Sonic, because that really does define Sonic's personality very well, because he is the kind of guy who will try to help his friends in times of crisis despite anything happening.
Yeah.
But I don't think him slowing down to help Pikachu would have really helped. That shit consumed the entire goddamn universe. I don't know how Kirby got past that shit, but I'm fairly certain not even Sonic would have been able to outrun that shit.
I feel Dark Meta Knight 7, I know, again, going back to Snake where he said, he just gave up. That's where it's like, yeah, he just gave up hiding under the box or whatever. That's where I was like, if Snake truly gave up, I figured he'd just be sitting there just smoking.
Well, this is way past cool. I'm out.
So see, Snake was under the box they'll never find me here. Shit, they found me here!
You know what's... You know what's really sad to think about, though?
Yeah.
Despite how fucking dire this looks, and Kirby being the literal sole survivor in the universe has to go and save everyone, I feel like to Kirby, this is just another Tuesday.
You know what? I could definitely see that. Yeah.
To see BJ, now Thanos is over here just continuously snapping his fingers over and over and over again. Why is Kirby immune to my snaps of death?
It's like, oh, god damn it. oh my god!
Christ.
It's like Kirby is gonna have to find some more star allies after all that nonsense.
I guess something else I also found interesting too. I brought up before that a good chunk of the roster was there to face down against this creature in the Master Hands, but not everybody was there. Now I know people can akin to that to maybe they were just off screen, maybe they didn't want to put so many characters into one spotlight, but no, we very clearly see all the characters that we see get scooped up. We very clearly see in that opening shot, and plus, I feel like there are some other ones that should have been very apparent, like Ridley, for example. I feel like Ridley's big enough where we could have at least seen him. I noticed all of the major villains, aside from Bowser, K. Rool, and Dedede, who you can argue were probably there because those three are dudes who recognize bigger threats and will help the heroes despite so. But Ganondorf, Ridley, they were absent. They were noticeably absent. And then there were a bunch of other characters that we saw were absent, characters I guess who really in reality had no reason to be there, like Peach, Isabelle. I mean, honestly, Duck Hunt, Wii Fit, and Villager had no reason to be there either, but they just were. But again, those three were no help. Why was Wii Fit Trader doing stretching before getting incinerated? Was she just
gotta get a good stretch? Gotta get a good stretch before I die.
Was she just oblivious to what was going on?
Let's turn up those lasers.
oh yeah, like Arthur. I know all the characters do get taken over. We see them in that creepy shot with all the red eyes, but that doesn't. But again, that's apparent to the entire universe getting consumed. That doesn't mean they were initially there.
God, it's like Greninja with those red eyes is so terrifying.
But
God.
didn't we see?
Just,
Was
BJ, just
Ganondorf?
watch. Someone's gonna make a creep.
Was
BJ's
Ganondorf there? I don't remember seeing Ganondorf.
No, I mean I saw him as like side by side with a Dark Palutena and like the actual.
Well,
main
the red
game.
eyes, yeah, the red-eyed characters, yes, it makes sense that they all, as Dark Rayquaza says, they all got Norded, but like, that, yeah, because again, the entire
Yeah, it makes sense considering like when they were talking about the adventure mode. It's like, oh yeah, now you're trying to tap into the whole Kingdom Hearts thing.
But no, again, like the entire universe got consumed. It's like like that was like we saw that shit go past planets, expand the entire solar system. It's literally like even if they weren't there, it's like obviously they got taken at some point. That's the thing. Like, that's the big deal. Like, even though they weren't initially there, which makes me wonder why they weren't there. It's hard, like, it's hard to say. But that also does make me wonder, because this is an adventure mode, do you think the beginning of the adventure mode will start with that? Because that would make sense. Like, you start the adventure mode with only Kirby, and then you have to go around saving everybody. So, do you think it makes sense for the adventure mode?
Wasn't that how Subspace started too?
Well, no, not necessarily. Like the subspace started off with various characters. Like you can start. It does start with Kirby, but you also start with. You can either start with Mario or Kirby, and then Mario gets blasted away. So then you start with Kirby, and then a princess. But then it moves on to a different character. Then it moves on to Pit. Then it moves on to Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong, and so on and so forth. Like they're all around, but they aren't taken. This is the case. Think of this like the Great Maze. But instead of having Dedede, Luke, Ness, and Luigi, as well as Kirby there to help, it's only Kirby. So it makes sense that it would start off like that. But I am curious how it started to begin with. Like, why is everybody there? Where did this thing come from? How did all the it's probably going to be something that's going to be better left up to our imagination. And I do kind of hope they flesh out a little more because that cutscene was lit, and I loved the voice acting from the various characters. I hope we get more cutscenes later on.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
I imagine we would, like, probably like when you clear like a map or something, because at least with this adventure mode, I mean, it obviously looks like they're trying to tell a story similar to what they did with Subspace Emissary. But whereas with Subspace Emissary, it was, cutscene and, okay, here's a battle map you got to go through, and then cutscene, and it just rinse and repeat. It definitely looks like World of Light is what they're calling it, I think. It does look like they're putting a bigger emphasis on the actual gameplay. So it'll probably be like, clear a couple of the events, go through a map or something, and that's probably when we'll get like the next big cutscene.
Well, I don't even think there's going to be any platforming type stages like what Subspace had. I think it's literally going to be going from event match to event match. Eventually, maybe you'll go, but you'll fight a battle, get a spirit, fight a battle, get a spirit. Eventually, you'll reach a point where you actually find a fighter, and then you can play as that fighter.
Yeah.
And I also imagine, I think this is kind of obvious, I imagine this adventure mode being the means of being able to unlock every other fighter aside from the original 8.
I certainly hope so. I mean, It's like when you have such a large roster as is and everything, it's like, you can probably unlock everybody by playing online and everything, like what you would typically do. It's like, okay, win 10 matches, unlock this character. Win 20 online matches, unlock this character. I mean, I'm sure you'll have conditions like that. But I would imagine just because you have such a large roster, you've got to give an easier method to unlocking these characters fairly quickly. So, yeah, I would not be surprised in the slightest if this is how everyone do it.
Yeah. Jason Coca brings up how everyone's complaining about it, that it's Kirby that was the one that survives, and everyone's bringing that down to Sakurai privilege and such. But honestly, I think it makes the most sense that Kirby's the one that gets away. Because that cutscene was so riddled with just the coolest, tiniest details. And I kind of brought them up before. Like how Sonic tried to slow down to save Pikachu. That's something Sonic would do. When Dark Pit and Pit lost the power of flight because Palutena got snatched. That's something that would happen because they need Palutena to fly. Like other little details. Like there was so many little details about that. And I brought up before, it makes sense that Kirby would be the one to be able to get away because he has the Warp Star. A very powerful vehicle that can move faster than light. Faster than Sonic, I'm afraid, folks. So,
true.
You're too slow, Sonic.
Because honestly, like none of those other characters really did have a means of getting away. They really didn't. Like we saw Falco, Falco. I feel like bailed at the first second because he was already in the air when those light streams came down. So it's like
he's like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Captain Falcon couldn't even get to his vehicle. He got zapped before he even hit the cockpit.
Yeah, exactly. Like halfway into the cockpit, it's like then he just got obliterated.
Yeah, Falco tried getting away.
Oh man.
He's like, personally, I prefer the air. Wait, not anymore.
Oh man, I'm just really hoping that if they're pulling off an adventure mode or whatever, like to this certain extent, I just hope like the plot or whatever is very well developed and it comes off as like a very memorable adventure mode like in the Smash Brothers series, because as odd as Subspace Emissary was, oddly to me, it's still I still consider Subspace Emissary to be very memorable considering how it was handled, and this was the first time in the Smash Brothers series where we got some form of story mode like to that degree or whatnot. I'm hoping that if they're seriously pulling this off with Smash Brothers Ultimate, I'll get that same feeling just from playing through just this adventure mode alone.
Actually,
considering the game opens up with everyone dying.
And it's not just like, okay, event match, okay, moving on, another event match, and all that stuff.
That also
I
said,
mean, I get where you're coming from, and it's like, don't get me wrong, I certainly hope that. My biggest hope for this, it looks very promising. I just don't want this to be another repeat of what happened in the last one with the board game. Because there's like, I remembered when they first announced, like, okay, I don't even remember what the fuck the mode was called. But that
Smash Tour.
Yeah, that fucking board game.
Oh, Smash Tour?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be anything like that, Danny, because like I said, clearly
it doesn't look like it's going to be. My concern, and where I was saying, was that I just hope that it'll be better, only just because I remembered when they first announced the board game concept sounded promising, because Nintendo, when you think about, party games, Nintendo is kind of king when it comes to making party games. So it's like, okay, you want to throw a party game in Smash? That sounds cool, and yet it was so goddamn dull. So it's like, my hope is that this looks very promising. It's just, please let it actually be as good as it looks. I don't want this to be where it's like, oh, this looks so cool, but then we get it in our hands and it's.
Oh,
yeah. My thoughts.
Thank you for subscribing.
Oh, thank you so much.
That said, I don't think you have to worry about the Danny in this case. Again, the big thing about all the fights is that you're going to be fighting. They're all going to be spirit battles. So every fight is going to be unique in its own way, and that actually does bring up something a little more horrifying that I realized a little early, like a while. I made a tweet with this realization. I said I would talk about now. about the name. Anyway, the concept of spirits is actually horrifying when you think about it, because we see in the trailer how this yellow goop of lava or whatever spills onto on a captured Mario, and it creates a statue of Mario, which then we see a Smoky Prog, an enemy from Pikmin, a spirit of a Smoky Prog then possess the Mario doll. That means that we're not just fighting these random clones. We are actually fighting all these different characters that were turned into spirits that are now possessing these puppets. We're fighting possessed ghosts. And because we see with the Smoky Prog at first fight, he's possessing a Mario. It's we see it be able to turn into Metal Mario. That's something that Smoky Prog actually can do. Smoky Prog has an ability where it can turn itself invincible. So again, going into the gimmick. But it's just overall a terrifying concept.
Wait, BJ, what's going to happen to Luigi?
I mean, Luigi's another fighter, I imagine.
Yeah.
But he was already a ghost before this was announced.
Oh, no, he's fine. He got better. And he died. He's dead again, but he got better that first time. So I mean,
God, that's gotta suck. That's gotta suck though. It's like you get back from just being killed. It's like, okay, so I got back from being reached by death. What am I going to? Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me!
I'm free.
it really is a creepy concept. It really is a creepy concept when you think about it. Though these are all of the spirits that were turned into these just gaseous balls with only their image in them. That aren't the fighters. They're just floating around aimlessly, and the moment they see these puppets, they just possess them immediately just to have a body. That's really disturbing to think about, actually. And now you have to go and fight all of them.
Yeah, really.
And there were lots of characters in those spirits that we saw. Even not even just villains. We saw Blaze the Cat, Shantae. We're effectively fighting those actual characters, but as spirits possessing bodies. That's really horrifying to think about.
Yeah, it really is.
We're not just again. I'm being repetitive. We're not just fighting clones. We're not just it's not like I know people are comparing this plot to Dragon Ball FighterZ, where the plot of that game is where the villain of that game creates a shit ton of clones of all the main cast, and you have to fight them. We're not just fighting. We're not. It's not those are all just lifeless clones. We're not fighting lifeless clones. We're fighting clones with lives in them.
Yeah, really.
Oh God, does that mean we have to fight Waluigi? If he's a spirit, then he probably will be.
Oh God! all the deconfirmed characters have come for revenge.
No, Stingmon, you probably weren't here when I said this before. I don't think them being spirits deconfirms them, because we see there are actually a good chunk of spirits that are of characters that are already playable. Wii Fit Trainer, Kirby, and King K. Rool are examples of that. So. I guess actually talking about the actual game mode itself, though, it does look very interesting. You actually walk around this open world map, going from spot to spot, fighting, doing a gimmicked fight each time, and it does look like there's also a bit of puzzle elements to it too. We didn't see a whole lot of it, but I also do think it's gonna. I think the most intriguing part of this. It's not just this random world of this kind of generic random world like what Subspace was. It actually looks like an amalgamation of all the different Nintendo worlds. Cause we see Bowser's Castle, we see a Pokemon Village, things like that. It actually looks like a cool amalgamation.
Yeah.
Whew. Cough.
Sorry.
I guess did you guys have anything else you wanted to add about the World of Light or spirits in general?
Not so much in the World of Light. We keep talking about the spirits and everything, but it's the one thing I think we really haven't talked about when it comes to spirits is the whole raising them and everything. Where it's basically it's you raise your spirits and then you fuse them. It's basically Persona.
Oh yeah, pretty much. Oh, actually, that also said, yeah. Someone thanks for reminding me, chat. Bosses. The fact that bosses are returning. I'm excited about that. Because we see 2 so far. Like, well, I mean, if you disclude Master Hand and then whatever that giant angel dude is going to be, we know you're going to fight those. But we know we know we're still fighting Rathalos, and we actually saw Rathalos on the map. So we know we're going to fight him at some point. And then there's also the return of Gallium, that robot from Subspace.
Yeah. Yeah, even I wasn't expecting that. I mean, I didn't get the memo of us like fighting like other bosses like at an earlier point. But when we got the shot of Gallium, I'm just thinking, oh, okay, well, speaking of Subspace, there's a blast from the past. We're gonna fight this guy again. Why? I don't know, but it's like, okay, all right, this is gonna be a thing.
Yeah, Dracula. Like, I would love to see some of the bosses from Brawl return. Like, Rayquaza might be a little awkward to fight Ridley, though. But,
Oh.
will we see Taboo? Everyone's thinking that big dude's Taboo. I don't think it is, though. Oh, wait. The angel's name is Galeem? That's his name? The angel actually has the name? Galeem?
Galeem? Huh. Okay.
Oh,
right.
I get it. It's a pun. Galeem, Galeem, Gleaming Light. Gotcha. Anyway. I do also see some other assist trophies kind of being bosses. Like that Dr. Wily assist trophy, that was made to be a boss. Come on.
Oh yeah.
That was literally a boss. That was the final boss of Mega Man 7. I thought I said something else, but it slipped my mind. Oh, you know, I thought of a joke, because people are mentioning how people may have actually noticed Rayquaza like in the overworld in the cinematic, probably like when Kirby's looking out. I don't think that was Rayquaza. I know what you're talking about, but I don't know. But I know Danny, you made a point earlier, because I know I made the joke how this was Thanos snapping his fingers twice to delete the entire universe, but in reality, you did bring up a good point, how snapping his fingers only really gets rid of half the population. But then yes. I had a thought. You saw how many Master Hands there were, right? What if they all just snapped and they just kept snapping over and over again? It just kept reducing by half until it only left Kirby.
Yeah, really.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah. That's what I said earlier. It's like with Thanos, he had to snap his fingers twice. There was like thousands of like Master Hands up there. Imagine if they started snapping. It's like it'll take like 1,000 Master Hands to take out the entire universe that way.
Okay. You know what? Quick math question. Marth specifically said that they needed to each take out at least 10. How many characters were there, and times that by 10? Then we'll know. Then we'll probably get a rough estimate of how many Master Hands there were.
I'm thinking close to maybe 7,500. Just a rough estimate.
I don't know. Oh boy, 740, 720. Okay, I guess they're on that number. Well, that's assuming that. Okay, you give me those numbers, assuming that every single character of the roster was at that cliffside. Again, I don't think they all were. I think only. Let me pull up the video real quick, and I'll take a look to see exactly how many characters were there. Hold on, let me just take a look at that real quick. Let's get back. All right, let me see. So going from left to right, of the characters that are visible on screen, Rosalina, Charizard, who for some reason is over here and not next to Pokemon Trainer. I just noticed that. Anyway, Falco, Pikachu, Captain Falcon, Mewtwo, Zelda, Kirby, Bowser. You know what? Here, hold on. I forgot. I have OBS. I can just do this. There you guys go. So Mega Man, Samus, Mario, Pit, King K. Rool, Link, Shulk, Fox, Pokemon Trainer with both Ivysaur and Squirtle, and Charizard's over there. Marth, Simon, Palutena, Snake, Sonic, both Inklings, DDD, Wii Fit Trainer, Villager, Donkey Kong, and then Lucario. Actually, wait, where's Greninja? Now that I think about it. Because Greninja was also taken. Oh, okay, so that actually completely disproved me. There are just probably characters in the background. Huh. Fuck my life.
Oh
well. Any which case, So what were... Okay, so anything else about spirits?
At this point in time, No,
Okay.
honestly.
So then I guess real quickly, there were actually some more items, and not sages, items, assist trophies, and Pokemon that were actually revealed that weren't directly shown in the trailer. I guess to quickly go over those. Okay, so I don't think I actually told you about this, Danny. There was actually an official Nintendo leak that happened a couple of days ago. It was a real leak. Like this was actual gameplay footage that Nintendo themselves put out that showed something that they never showed before.
Okay.
And it was an item that we thought was called Growth Synergy, which is apparently an item that's found in Golden Sun. But apparently that's not what it is, even though it looks just like it. It's actually an item called the Healing Sprout. Here it is right here. The Healing Sprout is an item that works just like the Gooey Bomb. You know the Gooey Bomb. You stick it to somebody, and it can be passed along if you make contact before it blows up. But the Healing Sprout will actually heal whoever it's stuck to, and it can be passed along, healing whoever it's just stuck to.
Okay.
And then there's another new item. It's called the Beast Ball. Now I know what you're thinking. It's not the Pokeball from that catches Ultra Beast. It's this just generic looking baseball that apparently when you throw it, it disappears and then reappears in a different spot to hit another opponent.
Huh.
Oh wow!
So those are the two most brand new items that we've never seen before, that were not confirmed, that were not shown in any direct, but were confirmed on the site. As for Pokemon, I believe only one Pokemon was shown to be brand new that we've never seen before, that wasn't in a previous game, and that was Tapu Koko.
Yeah, I figured he'd show up.
Yeah. I was kind of low-key hoping Tapu Koko would be a fighter myself. Let me see. Tapu Koko, where is he on this list? Is he? Yep, there he is. Tapu Koko. Okay. Doesn't actually say what he does. I'm sure he just flies around and just beats people up with lightning. And then as for assist trophies, so we actually do have so Sakurai confirmed that there were only 59 assist trophies in this game, and we have 59 assist trophies right here. And I believe the only assist trophy, well actually no, I think pretty much every assist trophy was shown, but in terms of returning assist trophies, that I think weren't shown, I know Samurai Guro's one, like Dylan's coming back, the Armadillo, Hammerrow's coming back. Also, if you can see him right there, Skull Kid.
Oh.
Skull Kid is confirmed as an assist trophy. Sorry guys, no Skull Kid.
But no, it's like, oh fuck, we have both the Skull Kid and the Moon as assist trophies. Oh god. I am not liking that combo right there. I'm just saying.
Although I will say the one that really surprised me the most, from what I saw like on the trailer, was actually seeing Akira from Virtua Fighter. Because it's like, my god, I thought everybody forgot about Virtua
Akira,
Fighter.
and there was also that what was her name? The girl from Fatal Frame.
Yuri something or other.
Yeah, where
which is so weird because I remember like for Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS, they did make a reference to Fatal Frame. See as how this is Namco Bandai we're talking about here, but it's like they just reference that as like some random trophy. Never did I imagine they would reference Fatal Frame of all things as an assist trophy. Yeah. And then seeing it in action, it's like, holy shit, this is actually really fucking legit.
There it is.
I love this.
But yeah, like in terms of other assist trophies that we got, like we got Tiki, we got Flies in Hand, which is a Mario Paint reference. We got Guile, Guile's hilarious to me because he doesn't actually fight like a normal fighter. They actually programmed him to do what most assholes do in tournaments and just have him sitting there crouching and then only attacks if he's attacked.
Yeah.
Which is what people actually do in Street Fighter to time people out when he's ahead. It's a dickhole move, and I'm like laughing that they even made reference to that.
Right.
Right.
Oh boy. All right. So
oh boy is right.
What else was here in this direct? They talked about the online mode.
And it's like, I guess like as far as assist trophies, like Dr. Wily, I love the fact that they do the thing with Dr. Capsule. Like if he's knocked out of the capsule, he like goes on the ground and starts bowing, begging.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
just
was
like
adorable.
classic Mega Man.
That was adorable.
Yes.
Oh boy, where is Wiley? I know he's here. I just saw him. Claptrap, Arcade Bunny,
Come on, you must
Captain,
find Dr. Wowie.
Blomp, Springman. There's Dr. Wiley. Oh gosh. God, this is truly the ultimate Smash game.
Yeah, really. I'm just glad that it's like, granted, Springman hasn't become his own fighter. You would think, because it was also like freaking Arms was another really cool, like, a first party franchise to come out on Nintendo or whatever. But even then, it's like, I'm just glad that Arms was getting some form of recognition, like, in some form, even if it is just an assist trophy,
Right.
or a Mii costume for that matter. So thinking about it now, I'm also kind of surprised that, okay, granted, all right, I think it's safe to say it's like, as well, okay, you know what? I'm not going to say that, because again, DLC possibilities are still a thing.
Well, yeah, Ruby Sakurai does say, yeah, and Sakurai did confirm this. They did plan DLC in advance. They just were not working on them. Like they said they'd only start actually developing them once the actual game is done.
Yeah. I can only imagine they already have like ideas for DLC characters, but yeah, you're absolutely right. He did say like they are not going to work on it until the game's initial launch. But even then,
well, I don't know about initial launch. I just know when the game is done, and I do think the game is actually done for the most part. I mean, we got what like a month and 6 days until it comes out. I'm sure the game is done.
Well, yeah. It's like they'll just need to take the time to polish everything out and make it look good. But regardless of such, it's like going back to like the whole recognition portion, like with Arms or whatever. It's like thinking about it now. It's like, yeah, we have like spirits of like Rhythm Heaven, but I was also rather surprised that at the very least we didn't get like any recognition for Rhythm Heaven in the form of assist trophies. But I mean, like I mentioned earlier, I mean, it could be possible that Sakurai was like, "Hey, I know what you guys have been talking about all this time. I may have something in mind for Rhythm Heaven. So sit down."
I just still can't help but laugh at people just being salty about their characters not getting in and.
Well, oh yeah, I was like, for God's sakes, guys. I mean, hey, listen, I was under the impression that maybe, just maybe, Shadow would become an Echo Fighter, because when it comes to Sonic, it makes more sense. But when I found out, oh no, Shadow was deconfirmed and he's another assist trophy, it's like, hey, I'm not complaining.
Shoot. I can live without Shadow.
I can too.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's like with Shadow being an assist trophy, I could go. It's like I'm perfectly content with it, really.
Yeah, it's like I do get just a little bit upset when I see people just throwing nothing but like saying that this is suddenly the worst game ever because this character is in or this character is not in, or you're saying things like "fuck Sakurai" or bullshit like that, guys. It's
yeah. I mean, that at this point, that's just natural. It's become a normal occurrence when it comes to Smash Brothers of all things. Hell, I'll bet you anything. People are still pissed off that Waluigi hasn't become like an official fighter or whatever. But it's like, well, yeah, you can go ahead and complain all you want. It's not gonna happen.
You know
I hate
what?
to be
Actually,
that guy, but it is.
Here's what I find very ironic. I'm going to show this to you guys. Shantae specifically. So many people are upset that Shantae wasn't confirmed in the base roster. Again, we don't know for a fact if she's DLC or not. We don't know. She could very well be. She could not be. People are assuming that she's deconfirmed because she was shown as a spirit. But here's the thing. So many people are upset over this. Way Forward, the company that created Shantae, the creators themselves, made this very tweet right after the direct was announced. Yes, it's true, Shantae is dancing her way into Smash Bros. Ultimate as a spirit. Thanks Nintendo of America and Sora Sakurai. The creators of Shantae are ecstatic that Shantae isn't in the game at all. They're just so happy that their little indie character is in this giant franchise of a game.
Yeah, it's like this is literally the equivalent of like how freaking Yacht Games like reacted when Shovel Knight was confirmed as an assist trophy. Yeah, not an official fighter, but an assist trophy. That alone is astonishing. for a very popular indie title to come out of Nintendo.
Yeah.
So it's like no, yeah, the fact that Sakurai recognizes a character like Shantae in the form of a spirit, no less, it's like, hey, if Shantae doesn't become a fighter, I'm not gonna complain. I'm pretty much already content with the roster as it is, like putting aside the possibility of DLC. But it's like, for God's sakes, guys, seriously, Shantae as a spirit, Shantae possessing other fighters, it's like, I'm sorry, that's already badass as it is. I'm just saying.
It's like, it's bad when even when even the person who made the character is not even making a fit about it, but the fans are. It's like, and here's the most pathetic part: these people will cry as much as they want. They're still getting the game.
Well,
they are.
Yeah,
they're not. That's not gonna. They're gonna cry and try to boycott or piss and moan as much as they want. They're still gonna get the game. They are.
And you know what? Even if they aren't, more fun for us.
Not even just that. Like
it's like more spare games.
It's literally like, even if they actually go through with it and don't get the game, that's their loss, and that's not gonna hurt Nintendo. They're making fucking trillions of dollars off this game, and then trillions more off the DLC. So yeah. It's like,
yeah, really. It's like they're still gonna get this game because, come on, when you get down to it, it should have been painfully obvious from the moment we got the very first trailer for this game. They call it Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for a goddamn reason, because this is without a doubt the ultimate Super Smash Brothers game.
It's literally like, overall, it's like Nintendo will, and Sakurai will not care if 10 or 20 piss babies choose not to buy their game over this. It's like, already Sakurai has given us so much. He's given us characters that were so requested, that so many people wanted. Ridley, K. Rool, Simon, Isabel, all these huge ass characters. That was already a big deal. And yeah, he added Piranha Plant. You know what? I'm sure that was a character maybe he personally wanted. It's like, let the man have, it's his game. Let the man make his choices. And if he chooses to give characters that he knows his fans want, because he wants to do that to make us happy, that's great. Guess what? He's not going to make everybody happy. He's doing what he can. He's doing what he wants. And more power to him. Let the man take a nap.
All right. It's like, look, if Sakurai can just go ahead and brush off all these people who have been berating him, for the sake of Waluigi being a fighter, what mindset do these other people have, thinking that Sakurai would honestly care about other very well requested fighters being in the game when it's highly unlikely it's going to happen?
So you know what? Here, let me show you another Twitter post. This one from Gaijin Goomba. And this one actually kind of irates me that I even have to look at this. It's like, these are tweets that Gaijin found of people that are just upset about, that are just really upset about, and just are actually, I'll just read them. Well, obviously you can see them for yourselves. And I'm not blurring out any names. Fuck these people. It's literally like, I like the Piranha Plant better as an item. Fuck you. Or, fuck Piranha Plant. Who the hell wants to play as a dumb plain-ass enemy from Mario? Or, full offense, fuck Piranha Plant. Or, this one's like takes the cake. It's like, I wonder if I'll ever get a break. You absolutely do not deserve one. Like LMFAO, you gave a shit product that's nothing more than a remaster of your last game. You're not funny. You did not try whatsoever to improve this shit. You can fuck right off with Piranha Plant.
And it's reasons it's reasons like this that it's like, at this point, Sakurai, you're probably a better person than me here. But if I was in his position, making a game like that, and it's like, here I am just trying to make something that's fun, and I'm constantly getting shit on. At that point, I'd be like, all right, fine, I will do this out of fucking spite, and people will still eat this shit up. I'll still make money off of it, so I win either way.
The next 5 DLC characters are all sword-wielding Fire Emblem characters.
So good.
Yeah, more Fire Emblem sword wielders.
we have a curse to have more sword fighters in Smash Brothers.
Yeah, it's like, yes, we'll have all the sword fighters.
No.
It's like, let's have that. Let's throw in like every other enemy in there. Like, let's get some booze in there. Let's get the little squid guys. Yeah, let's make them into playable fighters, please.
Look at Piranha Plant.
At this point, I am all for DLC characters just out of spite at this point.
Just being all Mario enemies. But like, look at Piranha Plant's smug little grin here. How can you not love this little guy?
He's like, that's a fuck you grin right there.
I see better.
Oh gosh. All right. Whew. I know there was a lot more stuff that was announced in Smash, like the Smash tags, the return of the global Smash power, the Elite Smash. That I thought was a pretty cool idea. The Elite Smash, how if you have a high enough global Smash power, you'll be able to fight with the best of the best, and they're gonna use the rankings and the data from those fights to just determine what characters need to get patched. That's a great idea, actually, to really limit it down. Because I could if Bayonetta is still broken, it's literally like I could see all these suddenly Bayonetta's winning every single match in Elite Smash. Suddenly Sakurai's like, maybe we should nerf her.
Oh God.
Oh gosh. All right. So I guess with that said, is there anything else that you guys wanted to add?
Oh man. Oh God. I'm sure there would be more to say on my end, but man, I can't think of any on top of my head. I'm just glad that it's another thing I'm glad about is okay, granted, I don't recall Sakurai establishing anything about the Incineroar amiibo, but the other amiibos, not so much freaking Ridley or the Inkling Girl or Wolf or whatever. The other amiibos is I'm glad they announced okay, either this set of amiibo is gonna come out February of next year or later next year.
Right.
Cause even from just the one images, it's okay, I am freaking stoked. The King K. Rool amiibo, it's I
want them all, and I'm glad that I can afford them all now.
Right, it's oh man, bringing back memories of when Smash Brothers for Wii U and 3DS first came out. Got my first amiibo at GameStop when I picked up the game. Went on an amiibo spree. Then it's oh man, it's gonna feel great to get back into getting only just a Super Smash Brothers related amiibo. It's gonna be fun.
You know what? Actually, I just had a random thought. People are saying that nobody wanted Piranha Plant or that Piranha Plant is irrelevant or bullshit like that. I want to remind everybody, because technically, Piranha Plant's been in most games and majority of the cast in Smash Bros.
That is true. Mario is no fuck. Piranha Plant has been around just as long as Mario. So yeah. Keep that in mind.
About not Mario came first, but Piranha Plant came in. Was far back as Super Mario Bros. So
right, yeah.
All right. Well, I think we pretty much covered everything we wanted to talk about for the Smash Direct. So, needless to say, Smash is coming out in a month. I am taking some days off when it comes out. So definitely expect a lot of fun stuff for us of us playing the game during that time. Don't know if we're going to immediately go into World of Light. Do you think we should? Do you think we should try to go into World of Light as soon as possible?
Honestly, I would say no.
Because that's the thing. Because it's I know World of Light is going to be the first thing I do when I get that game. If only because that probably will be the way to unlock all the characters.
I would say we'd have to actually see what the hell World of Light even entails.
Yeah. I just want to see the entirety of the game in itself, not to jump in on it for the sake of putting out content or anything. I want to experience the game legitimately, on my own time, hell, I requested for some flex time on the day after the game's initial launch, because just so that I'll have a little bit of extra time to do whatever it is I want to do to enjoy the game. So I want to take that time to to experience everything, adventure mode, unlocking characters, do these other events, whatever, so that I can relive like the excitement that I had when I first got my hands on Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS.
Yeah, so definitely expect Smash Ultimate content from us, no doubt, but probably not for the first few days. For those first few days, like the three of us, we want to experience the game.
Yeah, and on top of that, it's like if we're gonna be like streaming or like more like recording or in this case streaming a lot of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate content, I still need to get my redefine my setup for streaming. So that way I'll have that going, and it'll be very convenient for me to get streaming console games on my end again.
Oh, look who decided to jump right in at the very end of the stream.
Surprised to see me.
Hey Russell, how you doing?
Doing fine.
Russell, why you gotta always show up so fashionably late?
Because that's what I do, man.
No, you know what? No, you know what, Russell?
Russell,
you do this way too often. You always show up so late. You're hardly at anything. You know what? I'm gonna punish you, Russell. You know how I'm gonna do that?
Oh
boy.
From now on, I'm gonna call you Brandon. I'm gonna stop calling you Russell. I'm gonna call you Brandon from now on.
I feel weird all of a sudden.
Oh shit. Oh god. It's the sign of the apocalypse.
I feel very weird. I feel naked. That's what I feel like.
I feel naked.
Well, I guess with that said, Brandon. So then, I guess real quickly then, quick thoughts on the game then, since you're here.
I mean, I gave my reactions to the final direct.
That was on your channel though. This is for SpiffyNeedleGeeks. You know, the channel you're also a part of, Brandon.
You're right.
Yeah, really.
Also, hello everybody who's in the chat. Okay, so I'm still trying to piece together this whole Piranha Plant thing, to be perfectly honest. But the very first thing I said when he was revealed was that I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad about the Piranha Plant.
Oh, we all laughed. None of us were.
Oh yeah. It's like, again, the one character that literally nobody was expecting, and it was glorious. Not even a leak can throw this character out there.
Yeah, actually, speaking of which, like that's something I kind of just want to put in the dirt real quick, is the fact that everybody's been doing so much digging when it comes to these leaks, whether they make them seem believable or whether or not they're actually legit, like the Canon Incineroar leak that was floating around. But leave it to Sakurai to just keep something like this completely under the radar and just completely surprise everybody.
Right.
Like, no amount of predictions, speculations, or fake leaks or whatever even mention this. And it's like seriously, good on the man.
All right. So quickly to Jason Coca, because I'm fairly certain he's mentioned this numerous times in the chat, but I'm fairly certain we've already said our piece on this. Like, are we happy that Shadow got deconfirmed?
Yeah, fuck Shadow. Nah, I'm actually indifferent. Because I know a lot of people. As much as I don't like Shadow, I know a lot of people do, and I'm sure a lot of people would have been happy that he would have been in. I'm indifferent to it, though.
Yeah, right. It's like for me, it's like I said before, honestly, if they were to do an Echo Fighter for Sonic, I would see Shadow be an Echo Fighter than anything else, because it makes to me, it made the most sense. I mean, if you were to play Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. But even then, it's like, hey, the fact that Shadow has become an assist trophy when he's already been an assist trophy like twice in the Smash Brothers universe, honestly, I can't say I'm all that disappointed anyway, because we've already seen this done like twice already in the Smash Brothers series. So honestly, as much as I would want Shadow to be playable for once, honestly, I'm still content with Shadow being an assist trophy than anything else.
Bro, you
It's
know
actually funny.
It just hit me. Since Shadow was deconfirmed as an assist trophy, that means that Metal Sonic has a chance to be an Echo. Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Like, going to what the average kid in the chat was just saying, like I wouldn't have minded one way or the other if Shadow was an Echo Fighter for Sonic or not. I mean, the fact that he's not, I mean, I honestly, I think it's probably better this way, let's be honest. But I said that if I had to pick, like, if there were any other representatives for Echo Fighters for Sonic, I was one of the ones that said, you know what, if they made Metal Sonic an Echo Fighter for Sonic, I wouldn't even be mad about that at all.
Yeah, it's like either like Metal Sonic or Shadow. Really, I would have been content with either or. Really, I would just be glad that they got like even more like Sonic recognition, like in the form of like playable characters, as opposed to like spirits or assist trophies or regular trophies or whatever. Really.
You guys probably talked about this already, but I kind of had to think about who one of the DLC characters for out of the 5 were going to be. Like, I know a lot of people. You guys probably said Gene already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys mentioned.
Sorry. I'll say this afterwards. You finish first. Sorry.
I mean, I was gonna say I don't know if you guys brought up Monster Hunter at all, but
No.
really,
We did actually.
okay, because I kind of had to piece together some things earlier as to why I think Monster Hunter would potentially be one of the DLC fighters, because I mean, not just Rathalos, but also there's the matter of that one area that they showed off when they initially showed off Rathalos as a boss monster and assist trophy.
Yeah. Okay.
And not to mention, and so I mean that could be the stage that could be included with said Monster Hunter if Monster Hunter were to be a thing. Not to mention the song that was playing during Rathalos' reveal as a boss assist trophy. I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but I'm 90% sure that was a song that you hear during one of the Monster Hunter games when you actually come in contact with the monster. So that could be one of the many music tracks that could be included with the character.
Yeah, it's like I would totally be on board for just like the random Monster Hunter and all the attacks with the various weapons. Fuck, I'll take a goddamn Palico. I don't care.
Actually, something else I just realized that I didn't think about until just now. They showed off a lot of the Mii costumes for this iteration of Smash, and we didn't see the Rathalos armor set for.
Well, we really didn't see any. We did. They only showed off new costumes. Like I think the only old one they showed us was Toad. That was it.
Yeah, I think. Well, I don't. Is there really any sense of bringing back any of the old costumes, considering most of the costumes?
Yeah. If their characters still aren't playable.
Well, I mean, I was gonna say characters that have already been revealed that used to be suits for.
Well, I think in terms of characters that were revealed that are now playable, that would be Chrom, King Roll, and Isabelle. I think that's it.
Gino has still yet to be seen.
Okay,
so.
You said Gino. I'm bringing this up now. I didn't realize this until someone left a comment on my reaction video. Gino actually was in that trailer
as a profile badge, not necessarily a.
Yeah, but the fact that he here, I will show it to everybody. Here, let me.
I know what you're talking about.
Well, okay, I'm talking about the chat. I'm talking about Danny and Ryan. Okay. Right here, I will zoom in. There he is, right under Shulk. Funny enough, Brandon's name right there. So the fact that Gino is even in this game means that they got the rights for him. He has a shot. He has a big shot.
Well, I like to think that Gino has a shot. Like I said, like the fact that Cloud is in the game, like Square obviously has representation in this game.
Yeah,
and let's be real, the fact that Piranha Plant is in the game as a playable character, anybody is up in the air now. And Sakurai, and knowing Sakurai, he's gonna make that character work.
Okay.
Right.
I actually will say one more thing as well. I know leaks are, especially after the Grinch leak. Leaks really shouldn't be something that we should be bringing up too much. But I do want to mention one leak, and that's the Vergaban leak. I think that's what the dude's name is.
Yeah, the one who mentioned Ken and Isidore, right?
Yeah, this dude has not been wrong once. He's gotten everything right. He even discredited, yesterday, he discredited the Grinch leak by saying this is fake, Isaac's Innocence Trophy. And he was right about that. Because he said that Ken and Incineroar would be the final 2 characters revealed. He was right about that. He got everything right. But there's 2 pieces of information that he said that haven't come true yet, but also have not been deconfirmed. And that there would be a Minecraft character and a Square Enix character. Those 2 could very easily be DLC.
Huh. Really?
Oh, and willing to bet that, okay, let's suspend reality and say that Minecraft did have any representation in this game. Willing to bet that the stage in question, should that actually come to reality, would be, yeah.
Oh God, Minecraft Steve!
Yeah, so we can maybe expect Steve, and in terms of Square Enix, that could be Gino, that could be Sora. We don't know. We'll see.
I would definitely want the Gino.
I do too.
Yeah, okay, as much as I love Kingdom Hearts, let's be real. I mean, the what's the word I'm looking for?
What is the word you're looking for, Brandon?
I'm trying to think. It's the roaring for Sora to be in Smash is like split down the middle. It's like you got most of the community who will voice they'll claim their voice so loud for Sora to be in the game, and then you got the other half of the community who will just say keep him out. Like it's like you either want Sora in Smash or you don't want Sora in Smash. There is no in between, and that's split down the middle. Gino was a bit more believable considering. I mean, I've seen people like put in work in how Gino could work in a Smash game. And not just talking through fan games or mods or whatever, but it's like people have come up with like legit actual theories as to how Gino could work in Smash.
Well, not only just that, like, you know, Nintendo, like it or not, gets top priority. So if Square was to say, you know, you've got a plethora of characters that, you know, you can easily put in Smash. And it's like, I would imagine Nintendo would want a Square character that has some real significance with, you know, Nintendo. Like, they will get top priority.
Especially since, just in general, Gino, as I said numerous times, Sakurai's always wanted Gino in the game since Brawl. He just was never able to do it. But now it's very clear that he's able to. He got enough rights for Gino to be able to even make him an icon. Now, that could very easily mean that Gino could be a spirit, but as I stated, you know, before earlier in the stream, being a spirit does not deconfirm you.
Yeah, that's true.
Because, like I said, there's plenty of spirits that are of characters that are already in the roster. So,
Actually, I'm trying to think. Wasn't there a beta file for Beware the Forest Mushrooms track in Brawl?
Yeah.
That never actually made it into the game?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something else to feed off of right there to credit or towards Gino's credibility.
Yep. So we'll see. All right, I think we've pretty much covered everything we need to.
Jeffrey actually brings up an interesting point. He's like, brace yourselves. For every direct, there will be a Smash reveal. So we're talking January 2023, fall 2019, January or February.
Oh,
like that,
man.
That's probably when we're going to start seeing the DLC announcements.
Right.
Oh, wait, Kimiolo, actually, he said that there would be Minecraft-related content in Smash Ultimate? Oh, wait, so, wait a minute, hold on. So, not so much like a character involving Minecraft, but just like something related to Minecraft?
It could be a stage for all we know.
Yeah,
so
stage
that's
is like the most believable thing.
Okay, they could just add a stage, but now that makes me wonder as well. Sakurai confirmed that with each, you know, with every new DLC, with every new piece of DLC we get,
it's a fighter, a stage, and music.
So unless one of these fighters comes from a series that already has enough stages, that could work.
Yeah, right, yeah. I mean, it's like, with these packages for DLC characters, like, who is to say that it's like, okay, with this character, of course we're gonna make a stage that is related to said character. Who to say that would be the case? It's like, for all we know, it could involve like, okay, we have a DLC character from this franchise, but the stage that comes with the package will be something completely different.
I mean, how even with Gino, like Gino Gino is a Mario character. Like, they could, like, they have so many Mario stages right now. I can't see them adding any more. Like, they could very easily add Lost Forest or Star Hill from Super Mario RPG, but I just don't see them doing it. I can very easily see them just adding Gino as a fighter, but then adding a stage from some other rep.
Yeah, like,
Which
okay,
could be
so
on-
we get, so, all right, package number 1. We get Gino, some other tracks from Super Mario RPG, and for the stage, Poke Floats.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Something like
Welcome
that.
back, Brian.
I come back thanks to Poke Floats.
God damn it.
Character. What are some insane choices you want that seem to have a fraction of a shot?
I mean, we already have Piranha Plant. I don't know how much crazy
You
we
got
can get.
Piranha Plant. The sky's the limit
what are
now.
some other bullshit choices that could technically have a shot?
Oh man, it's like like I said earlier, I would love to see like more like recognition for Rhythm Heaven as opposed to just being nothing but spirits or whatnot.
Wait, I have an idea that is insane, but it should happen. Playable youngster Joey.
Where he just has 3 Rattatas that you can switch between.
Yes.
It's like my Rattatas are the top percentage of Rattatas.
Also, Jordan Corral, Skull Kid's already confirmed an assist trophy, so he's not gonna be playable.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Goku. Goku's too busy being a balloon in the Thanksgiving parade.
Guy.
It's like he's too.
Ryu and his partner Ken.
Yeah.
Yo, I blew up on Twitter earlier because of the. Well, not for reasons you might think, but because when the vocal theme of World of Light came in the trailer, I fucking lost my shit.
Thank you, Music Man, for bringing that up. I can't believe I forgot to talk about that. I love that song. I think
Same.
I've rewatched that trailer like dozens of times.
No, I did too.
Just
Like,
that was
after that trailer. Sorry.
like that song was beautiful. It really is.
No, I said after that trailer, I went on Twitter and like the very first thing I put on Twitter after that trailer was, if anybody gets a hand on an instrumental of that version of Light Life for Smash Ultimate, I'm putting my voice to work.
Is it weird for me to say, like, when I initially heard that song, like near the end of that adventure mode trailer, is it weird for me to say that I got some Kingdom Hearts vibes from that
I
song?
think everyone did.
Somebody already made a video and is spreading it on Twitter. Like they just took the theme song of Kingdom Hearts 3 and put it over, and it works.
Oh,
Okay,
seriously?
Okay, actually, you guys want to?
Yeah. Someone's already done it. They've already put Kingdom Hearts music to the trailer, and it works.
Okay, so I'm not crazy. Okay, good.
Yeah, actually, to those who may not know, do you guys want to hear something interesting about both versions of Light Life?
What would that be?
The English version of Light Life. I just found out that the singer of that one is I think her name is Christina V, the girl who voices Shantae.
Oh my gosh!
You know what? That might have
character confirmed.
That might have been the project that Christina was talking about then, because I remember back in September she posted a tweet stating how she just finished a really big project that she couldn't really talk about. People were assuming, oh, it's Shantae and Smash. I guess not. Maybe it could be Shantae and Smash. Maybe she did work for. Well, no, they haven't even started development yet. They probably have to call back in if they do Shantae for DLC, but whatever. So this is what it is.
Hold on now. It gets better.
What's that?
So the Japanese version of hang on a minute. Let me see if I got the name here.
Oh, don't tell me the Japanese version is sung by the Japanese voice actress of Shantae.
No.
That'd be some shit.
No. Here's what's gonna. Hold on. Actually, no. Hold on. Let me find her name real quick so I don't butcher this.
Right.
Also, the song is on the site actually.
Yeah, I know it is. Like the full version is too. But I need an instrumental. I need to do a vocal cover of the song. No one understands how important this is to me. Actually, hold on.
But
okay,
but it was like while Brandon is trying to look up the name of the Japanese voice actress who sang the song, it's like okay, I'm trying to remember because I keep forgetting about this. It's like in regards to obtaining Piranha Plant, like didn't they establish like once the game is released, then you can like if you buy a physical copy, that is, you can actually put in the code of the game.
I think
on my
I think
Nintendo.
for physical, how it works is that when
Yeah,
you
you
receive
have to redeem it.
yeah, like how it works is that because like I know with for digital copies you'll get it automatically, but for physical copies, how it'll work is that there's the My Nintendo. What you need to do is like there's going to be a code that comes with all the copies of Smash Ultimate that you need to redeem the code to My Nintendo, and then they should give you something that you get Piranha once it comes out.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, it's like I have to be like very observant with this sort of thing because the last time I tried to do something like that with Smash Brothers for Wii U,
Was Mewtwo.
I punched in a certain code and I tried to get in on that deal with the free soundtrack package. I got nothing. Nintendo did not send me jack shit.
Found it. All right.
Oh, okay.
Wait, hold on. Magic Crystal Girls. The Japanese singer was also the one that did the Kirby anime song.
Just beat me to it.
God damn
You're
it.
too
Wow.
slow. You're too slow, Brandon.
Wait, no, Sonic!
Okay. Well, I guess I deserve that one. Thanks, Magic Crystal Star Girls.
That was a good song too. Oh, you know what? That would be the song that plays when Kirby is the sole survivor in the entire universe.
That's what I was gonna bring up.
Oh.
You know what?
You
Actually,
know what?
Russ-
Now I,
Exactly what I was gonna bring up and talk about.
You know what,
you
actually-
know,
What?
you know what? Now I am very tempted to just take that scene and then
lag.
I was gonna say I'm now tempted to just take that scene and replace it with the Kirby Right Back At You theme.
No,
that's
that's gonna ruin it.
That said, Russell, how did you feel about Kirby being the one that got away, the only survivor in the entire solar system?
Sakurai favoritism.
No, not just that. BJ BJ mentioned this like a few times earlier in the stream, and I agree.
Yeah,
it's the fact he has the warp star, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Or being like serious for a second. This might also be a playoff to how Kirby was in Brawl in the Subspace Emissary, where he was also one of the choices that you could start off the whole adventure with.
Well, yeah. Again, I can't say for that, but like I said, I think because remember how detailed. I'm just being repetitive to the audience now, but for Brandon's sake here, like detail.
No, you're good.
Yeah, detail oriented. That trailer was very detail oriented, and the Warp Star is confirmed to be a vehicle that can move faster than light. That's why Kirby was able to get away.
Yeah.
Also, if you think about it, like this giant being that literally murders the entire universe, that's just another Tuesday for Kirby.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Has experience.
I just remember Miss Marvel and Marvel vs. Capcom Ultimate. Kirby gets to the giant angel dude. Angel dude's like, I am the god of this universe. And Kirby's like, I fought many gods in my life, dude. You're not even in my top 10.
Oh, well,
Damn.
Oh my god.
Mic drop.
Might Kirby drop. Testo! Ow, my throat. Shouldn't have done that. Ow, my throat. I'm still sick. Ow. Anyway.
why is everyone sick this month? I mean, not this month. Last month. Fuck.
Whatever. All right. I think this probably is actually a good point to call it because my throat is actually going out. I actually am getting exhausted and lightheaded right now. I'm fairly certain I'm only running on adrenaline. I need to go to bed.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I wonder if BJ will ever get a break.
There it is.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you all so much for watching us. Next time our next Smash discussion probably will be when Smash Ultimate comes out. We'll definitely talk about the game, what we think of everything after we actually had a chance to, to play it and talk about it. But then we'll do another discussion come the DLC. When the DLC is announced, we'll definitely be talking about that. So
I'm streaming that bitch day one.
Yeah, no kidding. All right. Thank you all so much for watching.
All right, you guys have a great night, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Bye bye.
Yee.